I'm Tamera and I am 42 years old. I'm a stay-at-home mom and I enjoy cooking and traveling. I got it in January 2013 when I was 31. It was one of my most harrowing experiences in my life, to be honest. I kept crying from the pain and falling asleep from fatigue. Yes, I thought it might have been dengue because I had high fever that wouldn't subside with paracetamol, and my bones were aching so badly. We lived in a condo at the time, but not on a high floor. It was during the rainy season, and we were batting and zapping lots of mosquitoes at that point. I went to the doctor on the second day of my fever, but the dengue tests all came back negative. The doctor was so stunned as to what it was. It was only on day 5 of my hospitalization that my test came back positive. I was so relieved that it was finally identified. Besides the fever, my skin was burning, very sensitive to touch, even materials. My bones, they were aching so badly, it felt like someone was constantly trying to break them from the inside. And if I recall correctly, my platelet count at its lowest was 8, but there was no bleeding. The doctor put me on IV drip to help with dehydration and the lack of appetite. The nurses checked my blood pressure and my temperature every 2 to 3 hours before they were sure it was dengue. Even after returning home, I was very lethargic and weary for about 2 months. I'll fall asleep even when I was actively working on my laptop. My appetite was also suppressed for a whole month after I got discharged. Overall, I think I lost 4 to 5 kilos. I was blessed that I had my mother-in-law to help out with my son, who is a year old. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult to manage as my husband still needed work. I was so worried that my son would go through the same experience as me. So these days, we would take extra precautions against mosquitoes. Since my hospitalization, I've learned that someone can be infected with dengue up to 4 times, and the second dengue infection may be worse. We've since installed mosquito netting in our condo and apply mosquito repellent on our kids when we take them to the park. But if it's dengue season and a hotspot, we'll limit all the outdoor activities. After experiencing dengue, I'll do everything I can to keep my family safe. Be vigilant and use double, even triple protection, especially on the kids. I reapply mosquito repellent every 2 hours and I use 3 to 4 mosquito patches on each of my kids. Don't worry about what others think. Just take as many precautions as you can because anyone can get dengue.